Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. Back at you. Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, y'all already saw the fight, man. This is just a little bit. I watched the fight again. I watched it a couple times through. I watched, some highlights, and I watched the fight through. And I just, man, look, everybody saw that referee, how crazy he was, man. Look, it's almost as if he was telling the fighters, hey, look, it's gonna be no fighting in here. No fighting in here. You know what I'm talking about? Every time they really start trying to sustain some type of attack, even if they get a little close, man, let them fight a little bit, man, Let them fight inside a little bit. Anytime they get on the inside, it's like the ref run up and stop it. You know what I'm saying? And, now I heard something to this effect, though. Couple channels I get on, and I hear a couple people was sounding like they thought that the ref was working for Anthony Joshua. But I beg to differ, because Anthony Joshua probably would have got the man with that hole behind the head uppercut if it wasn't for the ref. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he was working for Anthony Joshua. I think he was just in the way. And Joseph Parker, even, trying to sustain a little bit of action, ref just come on in there. So I don't know what it is. The ref was very horrible. Looking at the fight also, I gotta kind of recant my statements, because Joseph Parker, man, he does look, and I heard this too. I think I heard when on for non-international boxing channel, he had a little live feed on, and CJ Goodfella from Boxing Clinic and more, and a couple other guys on there. I think I'm subscribed to CJ. With my new channel, my old channel, I know under that YouTube I was subscribed to CJ. With this new channel, I don't know if I'm subscribed to him. If I'm not, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to him. I'm gonna go check. But I like CJ. But CJ was saying, so I think it was CJ. I don't want to misquote now. But I think CJ was saying something how Anthony Joshua was just in there surviving, which he was. And I looked at that, and not just that, it's like he was trained by his trainers to not get hit by that right hand, because he was rolling with him. And I think that's something CJ pointed out in that discussion last night. And I'm giving him credit for it, because I believe that's who said it. But I was watching the fight, and I was looking, and even one of the couple of the announcers said something about it as well. I was like, yeah, he rolled, yeah. He rolled with that right hand. It's like he was, that's what they worked on in training camp. And so it looked like, man, yeah, for real, man, the guy was really there to survive, man. He never, like I say, a couple times he tried to sustain an attack, and the ref got in the way, and it kind of probably took his heart. I know a gentleman mentioned that too. I can't remember who that was on that on for non-international boxing channel as well. That the ref kind of took the man hard by stepping in there. The man probably would have kind of, gained a little more confidence by coming on the inside if the ref wouldn't get in the way every time, But it is what it is, man. But I did look at it, and I'm gonna tell you this: I ain't as upset as I was. I wasn't upset because Joshua won the fight, because I thought it was a close fight first looking at it, and I knew it could have went either way. So I wasn't upset that Joshua won. I was upset at the wide scoring. I was upset about the 118, 110 two times, and then 119 or 109, whatever. But when I was watching it, man, look, the ref was all over the place. But as far as the regular action in the ring, Anthony Joshua was cutting off the ring. He had Joseph Parker on his back foot. Joseph Parker was surviving, but he wasn't doing enough aggressively to really win the round. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of those rounds, he got some good shots off. But when I looked at the fight again, Anthony Joshua was landing that jab, man. he was landing that jab, and I know after like the 3rd or 4th round, he was landing it with more authority. But even in the first few rounds, now those are the rounds that I was thinking that you could have gave to Joseph Parker. But when I re-looked at it, man, look, you still could have gave Anthony Joshua some of them first rounds too, the first few rounds. So I kind of ain't mad like I was about this wide scoring. I don't agree with. I ain't mad about it, but I mean, I still, some of those rounds still could have went either way. That could have been scored for Joseph Parker. But to me, Anthony Joshua does deserve to win. He was the more aggressive fighter. He was cutting off the ring. He was landing him on his back foot, and he did land some more telling shots than Joseph Parker, you know, some heavier shots or whatever. So the thing about it is, man, when you want to fight, and I'm going to tell you, I heard Joseph Parker say this a couple of times. I'm ready for war. Let's go to war. He ain't look like that in the fight, though. He looked like he was prepared, but it looked like he was more so prepared to survive. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a couple times he tried to sustain the attack, and the ref got in the way. Who knows, man? That probably would have built the man confidence up, you know, because in a fight, man, you get a little more confident after you do something a couple times. Then you know what I'm saying? You won't have as much respect. I think Parker was giving the guy too much respect. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When he was giving him that much respect, I heard somebody say this too. And I heard Paulie Malignaggi say it. I heard somebody say it on Fanon live feed the other day. I can't remember who it was. There was a few guys on there. It was a real good live feed. Was saying how he was backing out straight. Anthony Joshua was backing straight up, you know, chin straight up. And that's true. But this is the thing, when you get to where a fighter giving you so much respect, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I doubt he'll fight Deontay Wilder like that. Because you already know, Deontay Wilder finna, ooh, to the wee. Back straight up if you want to. One of them long things might catch you right up under the chin. But I think it was the lack of respect. You know, that's what gave Anthony Joshua the confidence to do stuff like that. But once you get so, you know, you feel you get so comfortable and somebody giving you that much respect, I mean, some of your fundamentals gonna go out the door, and now you just thinking, man, I just got to do what I got to do. And it did look like to me that Parker, that Joshua really wanted to do something spectacular, but I'm going to tell you, Parker was prepared, and you could tell that he was negating some of the stuff that Joshua do. Just like the uppercut thing. I'm going to tell you, I mentioned this on the feed. I know, you know, there's a lot going on the feed on Fanon channel. And I was like, man, because Fanon said something about that hold behind the head uppercut. and I was trying to say, man, that's the same uppercut he straight sparred Klitschko with. He held him behind the head and he kind of let go. But, you know, when you trying to get away from that, like him holding behind the head, your chin goes straight up in the air. And then he come up in succession with the uppercut. So even if he catch you while he holding you, that's devastating. It's still gonna be devastating when you get out of there, because you're trying to pull your head up to get out of the clinch. And what happened with Klitschko had freed himself from the clinch. He was holding him behind the head, and he had freed himself from the clinch, but his chin was straight up in the air by him pulling his head up. And man, look, Anthony Joshua hit him with the thunder from down under. Listen, and I was trying to say on Fanon feed, I was trying to say on the thing, I was like, hey, that's the same punch he hit Klitschko with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, like I say, one thing you could say about Parker, he was prepared. I guarantee you, they looked at tape. They know that. They know Anthony Joshua would do that. So he was prepared for that. And something Paulie Malignaggi mention that too. Cause you can see every time he would clinch him behind his head like that, Joseph Parker would kind of put his left hand up under his chin. So he was kind of ready for that. He was ready for that right hand. He was ready for that hold behind the head uppercut stunt. And, you know, he was ready to not get knocked out. I could say that, but, you know, it never was enough aggression for him to actually win the fight. So whatever, man, it still was, it was funny just going back watching it, you know what I'm saying, and listening to what some of the people were saying, but that's really what it was, man. And, you know, hey, this Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. Hey, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time we go live. I'm gonna be doing some live feeds on these fights. They had my channel on hold for doing live. This is a new channel, my other one got shut down, man. So my next fight I want to do a live for it. So y'all stay tuned, hit the bell icon so you can be notified. I also have a Facebook page under Daddy P. You can check that out. I always leave details like what time I'll be going live on there up until the time I actually go live. So check me out, man. It's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. Holla back.